Salut, c'est Géraldine, bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV, Sound French, even to the French. Complimenting someone is almost an art form, and to do it correctly in another language takes practice. But it's a nice and simple way to brighten someone's day, and it can mean a lot to them. Let's dive in. Complimenter quelqu'un is French for to give somebody a compliment. We also use faire un compliment. To be effective, you need to be sincère, or franc, or franche if you're a lady, and honnête. If you are not, it becomes de la flatterie. And like the old French lesson goes, tout flatteur vit aux dépens de celui qui l'écoute. Tout flatteur vit aux dépens de celui qui l'écoute. That's from La Fontaine. A flatterer lives at the expense of the listener. Being sincere isn't everything though. You will also need to avoid saying things that could be misinterpreted. Your compliment needs to be appropriate, and in line with the context of who you are talking to, as well as the time and the place. It's also a good rule to rien attendre en retour, ne rien attendre en retour, not expect anything back. It's not a trade-off, it should be just something nice you want to say to make someone else feel good. Once this thing is clear, try to complimenter les efforts, to give compliments for the work that's best done rather than results. This means more. Also, compliment the person rather than their possessions. For instance, use tu es très beau dans ce costume. Tu es très beau dans ce costume. You're very handsome in that suit. Rather than j'adore ton costume. I love your suit. J'adore ton costume. But let's see some more specific vocabulary now. L'admiration is the awe, the admiration. You can express it with short sentences if you want, such as bravo or super, which both mean great or impressionnant as well. Impressionnant, impressive, or c'est génial, that's wonderful, or more colloquially and young French, c'est trop bien, that's so good, or c'est trop fort, that's so great. Again, it's a bit young French. On a more personal level, you can express your feelings, such as je suis impressionné, I'm impressed, or use the more sophisticated je suis époustouflé, I am blown away. You can also go the other way with tu es génial, you're awesome, or formidable, wonderful, or incroyable, incredible, or even fantastique. These are quite general compliments. If you want to focus on someone's appearance, you can also use tu es magnifique, or tu es très élégant, élégante, tu es très élégant or élégante, you're very elegant. Or in a more colloquial way, tu es très classe, which means you're very elegant again. And finally, you can't go wrong with tu es très jolie, you're very pretty, or tu es très beau, you're very handsome. If you want to admire their kindness, you can use the adjectives gentil or gentille, nice instead. Or more commonly, you can say sympa for sympathique, which means friendly. It also means attentive. Be careful though. In French, attentif means vigilant. Okay? Attentif means vigilant, and it's a very, very different thing. Finally, you can also say something nice about someone being smart, such as tu es intelligent or intelligente. Tu es intelligent or intelligente. You're very clever. Or you can say tu es très malin or maligne for a lady. Malin or maligne. C'est très malin. You're bright. That's very smart. Or a simple c'est très vrai. That's very true. Or even tu as raison. You're right. It's a great compliment for a French person. Les compliments spécifiques, specific compliments, are harder to express, but they can have a stronger impact. They depend on the situation, though you'll have to adapt to the situation. But for instance, you could use j'aime beaucoup ce que tu as fait. J'aime beaucoup ce que tu as fait. I love what you've done. Or j'adore ta photo, tu as beaucoup de talent, tu es très talentueuse. J'adore ta photo, tu as beaucoup de talent. Or tu es très talentueuse. I love your picture, you have a great talent. Or you're very talented. In another situation, the more colloquial, c'est super bon ton gâteau. C'est super bon ton gâteau. We do wonders. Your cake is really tasty. By the way, I've talked in more details in a previous episode about how to appreciate food like a native. You will find a link to it somewhere on the video and in the video description on communefrancaise.com. In any case, when you're meeting someone you know, you can't go wrong by saying je suis contente de te voir. Or je suis content de te voir, obviously. Je suis contente de te voir. I'm happy to see you. Accepter un compliment. Accepter un compliment, to accept a compliment someone has given you, can be a complicated situation. If you want to accept it, there are several guidelines to help you. They're not unbreakable, but keep them in mind. First, avoid la modestie. La modestie, humility. It's a good thing to have in life, but when someone gives you a compliment, you shouldn't diminish it. You should own it. You did good. Second, avoid la méfiance. La méfiance, or distrust if it's not necessary. Most people just give compliments because they're sincere and they made the effort of actually expressing their feeling. Third, don't compliment them back, because your compliment will sound forced and it will sound as if you don't really think they mean it well. Instead, simply acknowledge the compliment and how it makes you feel. It can be a simple merci, merci, thank you, or merci, ça me fait très plaisir. Merci, ça me fait très plaisir. Thanks, that means a lot to me. If you can and feel they can be interested, you can say something about the thing they're complimenting, like the effort it took you to cook that cake, or the story behind that photo you took, what you wanted to express in that book you wrote. It will keep the conversation flowing and you can get an opportunity to practice your French. Et toi, did you know these compliments before? What's your favorite compliment that you have ever received? Who was the last person you complimented in French? Tell me in the comment section. I want to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, you will find a link below this video and somewhere here to communefrancaise.com. On my site, I read all the comments and answer all your questions as well. Did you like this video? Do you want more? Let me share exclusive lessons, private offers, and my 10 favorite Commune Française handpicked episodes with you by email. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name and your email and I will get back to you straight away. Subscribe now to get my best content straight to your inbox, the fantastic stuff that is not on YouTube. The best thing is it's all free. Merci for watching Commune Française TV. Sound French even to the French. Allez, salut!